Dara, here we are again in Yerevan, Armenia. It's a place that you've become pretty familiar with.
Yeah, definitely. Third time here, yeah. So kind of seen the city a few times now. So yeah, nice to be back. But obviously, here to do the job and get 3 points.
You were here with the 21s as well.
Yeah, 21s and then now twice with the seniors. So yeah, done it all really.
What we've got to do this time is get the win. I mean, after the starting of the campaign in the Aviva the other night, an extraordinary game. I'd say you're probably still buzzing from it, are you?
Yeah, buzzing and tired. Yeah, a lot of emotions kind of went on in that game, and yeah, obviously happy to come back and get the point from that and give us a start in the campaign. But yeah, really looking forward to the game tomorrow evening now. I think it's a great opportunity for us to hopefully get another 3 points and put it on the board. Yeah.
I want to bring you back to Saturday for a bit, though. First of all, I nearly felt like checking the back of your leg to see you okay, because when Salah went at you that time, I mean, it could have been very serious.
Yeah, no, I think I was lucky that, kind of maybe I moved my leg just maybe a split second before he could have went straight through me. But yeah, look, this is football. Got a little scrape and a little cut in the back of my leg, and yeah, I mean, it's all worthwhile now and that we got ourselves back in the game. And yeah, it was a tough game, so yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
I don't want to dwell on the bad stuff, but to go behind, but I will, to go behind so early and then to go 2 behind, I mean, where was your heart? What were you thinking?
Yeah, it's never ideal. Obviously, we put a lot into the game that week, and we knew how important the start was going to be. So to concede a goal that early on, and then obviously to follow up and conceding the set piece was tough, But I think at half time, we went in with a lot of confidence. I thought we still played well in passages in the first half and really felt comfortable and didn't feel like we were out of the game at all. I think that was the important thing. At half time, the gaffer emphasised that the game was still there to be won, and I think that was the main focus going into the second half. It wasn't, just trying to get level. It was really trying to win the game and push on and yeah, push for more, especially with the crowd we had at home.
The sending off, though, was crucial, wasn't it? I mean, suddenly you see that they're down to 10, you're on the front foot anyway. You just got to push on.
Yeah, definitely. It obviously helped, it changed the game in a small way, and we were able to push more bodies forward and really stress them that way. And yeah, this is just all part of football, There's always things that happen in games, and, we had a few decisions not go for us, and maybe they had a few not go for them, and yeah, that's just part and parcel of football, and you got to be ready for it all.
Evan got one back, and then cross after cross raining into the box. I mean, you were probably in their box as often as you were in our box in the second half.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I don't think I've ran forward that much in a game in a long, long time. But yeah, no, it was great. We definitely felt that the goals were coming, and I think that showed by how positive we were getting into wide areas and putting crosses in, and there was real quality on the crosses too, which helped. And obviously we got our rewards with Adam scoring the goal there, and yeah, still even after that had a few chances, which would be unlucky with.
Talk to me about when that equaliser went in, though. I haven't heard a roar as loud as that at the Aviva Stadium for a long, long time.
Yeah, myself as well. I think it was really special, I think the whole game we felt the crowd, and even the anthem before the game, that roar was especially loud after we were on the Veen. And yeah, when we got ourselves back in the game and you hear the crowd going, you kind of just believe even a bit more that a winner may be there. And yeah, I think that showed, after tip-off our second goal, we really started pushing again for more and more, and yeah, the crowd are with us, and they really, really helped us in that moment.
Could have got the winner then. I mean, my goodness, Manning crosses the ball, you're there. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I know. I think I was maybe there just half a second too early, and it was slightly behind me. And yeah, obviously when I'm in them areas and I have that chance and opportunity, I really fancy myself, and it was just one that kind of just got away from me a small bit. I went over the bar, and yeah, disappointed not to maybe hit the target, I suppose. But yeah, I think in the matter of the game, there was a lot going on in that time, so it was hard to stay 100% calm.
You've become a fixture in the heart of the Irish defence. I mean, you must be very pleased that your form at club level has come through to international level as well, and Hamer obviously sees you and Nathan as a very good pair.
Yeah, for sure. I think, for me as a footballer, I want to have that consistency in my game where I'm playing well at club level and the same at country to give myself the best opportunity to come and start here. And yeah, I think that's the main thing for me, is just trying to knuckle down and keep myself going and not, have too much changes from club and country. And, playing games week in, week out definitely helps you to get that consistency. And obviously there's no better feeling than playing for your country. So it's such an honour to be given that green shirt every time he picks the team, yeah.
You've been made club captain at Ipswich. I mean, that's a great honour as well. I mean, tell me about that.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, was made club captain this summer. And yeah, great for me. I think it's another challenge that I kind of set myself now to push on even more and to lead the group in the right way. Obviously, we're looking to get promoted back to the Premier League, so I'm going to have a massive part to play in that with how I deal with things too. And yeah, it's kind of something I've always been comfortable with. Was been leading the group since I've been young, so not too much has changed really. Just kind of trying to do the best I can on the pitch to lead examples that way. I think for me, especially looking at captains that I've played under previously, it's not always the ones who talk the most and say the most. It's kind of the ones who do what needs to be done, and the lads follow on that, and that's something that I try to do and try to emulate. Yeah.
Who did you look up to as a young man coming through in football? Who were your heroes?
Well, when I was young, it was always Roy Keane and John O'Shea. Obviously, the Irish connection there, and a lot of my friends were Man United supporters at the time too, so I took a fond interest to them, and obviously sharing the same name as John O'Shea, it was easy in the playground, to pretend who you were going to be, and that was me, yeah.
And you've got John O'Shea working with you now in the international team, and it's something that Hamir has mentioned, and John, the amount of captains in this Ireland squad. It says something about maturity, it says something about leadership, but is it 26 you are? You seem like you've been around a long, long time.
Yeah, no, I think it's amazing, I think the amount of club captains we have here playing at their clubs, and yeah, I think it says a lot about us as Irish people as well, the qualities we possess, and especially the lads we have in this group, to be able to have so many at club level doing that is amazing, and I think it's something that we really got to utilise, when we come together as a group, that we have a lot of leaders here, and we've got a lot of experience now. Like you said, I'm 26, but I feel like I've been around a long, long time, which is good for me, and I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. I think that's the main thing, is to keep picking up things along the way to improve and get better, and yeah, push ourselves on.
There's another word that keeps coming up around leadership, and that word is resilience, and you had to show plenty of that in your career because you had a really bad injury with Ireland. You'll be going back to Portugal in this campaign as well. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, resilience is a massive thing in football, and yeah, everyone has setbacks, and you have them at different parts of your career. And obviously, I had a bad one there when I played against Portugal in Faro, and yeah, it put me out for a long time, and I missed a lot of games. But I got myself back and where I needed to be, so definitely proud of that. Obviously,
how difficult was it psychologically, though? I mean, there's one thing healing physically, but being out of the game so long and being away from the international scene, the club scene.
Yeah, it was a really tough time for myself. I think how quickly my career kind of started and how quickly I started playing for West Brom at the time, and then Ireland, kind of everything was on an upward slope, and I hadn't really had any setbacks at all. So I think when I kind of got dealt that blow, it was quite hard because everything just stopped. I've been on the go for, I don't know, a year or two of just playing constantly and not really had the time to reflect on anything. And I think the injury helped me reflect a lot and to see how well I progressed and how far I got in my career, but it also kind of made me realise, there's so much more for me to do in my career and so much more that I want to do and progress with. And yeah, it was tough, obviously, missing the games. There's nothing worse than, watching your team play on the TV, and especially, watching your country play and knowing that you possibly might have had a chance to take part in that. But yeah, it's a time that, every player kind of experiences at one point in their career. And yeah, it happened to me when I was a bit younger, and, I've learned a lot from that, and I'm still kind of, using the knowledge then I gained now.
It's funny because you've probably, he may even have said it to you himself, but Chidozie Ogbenny spoke to the media this week and talked about his injury, and in a way he's almost thankful for it, that it was good for him to find deeper meaning, I suppose.
Definitely. I heard what Chio said during the week, and yeah, as soon as he said that, it resonated with me a lot. I think that's something that you really need as a player sometimes is that step away, and yeah, it's something where you learn a lot about yourself away from football. In football, you're always with the team and you're always with the lads, and then when you get injured, you find yourself alone a lot of the time. So you learn a different part of yourself, and you learn what you need more in yourself. But I think even just to speak on Chio, I think the way he's came back from his injury now is amazing. Seeing him day in, day out, working hard, and how he is around the place. I think first and foremost, he's the happiest person in the world, and yeah, even at his darkest times, to see him still coming into training every day, smiling, dancing, just being the same Chio was really special and powerful. And I think, the position he's got himself back into now is unbelievable, and he deserves everything that, comes his way and all the success he can get.
So, resilience, character, leadership, these are all words, but they have to follow through to actions. We definitely need something important tomorrow here in lovely Yerevan. It didn't work out the last time. What makes you believe that we can do it this time?
I think the confidence is there first and foremost. Coming off the back of a really, really good second half for us at the Aviva, we can take a lot into the game and start well, hopefully. But for us as a group, we really got to believe that, we're going to go out in there and win and put a good performance in. There's going to be times maybe in the game where things aren't going to go our way, and I think that's, when we can just think about the bigger picture and stick to the way we want to play. And, we've got enough quality in all areas of the pitch, so we're going to have to use that as well.
Would it be nice not to have to come from behind this time?
Of course, you never want to come from behind.
We've become good at it.
Yeah, we have. But it's hard enough starting at 0-0 to start 1-0 down. And yeah, of course, we want to go out there and obviously try to get a clean sheet for us as a defence. That's massive. It gives you, if you get a clean sheet, you've got a great chance to win the game, and that's going to be our mindset going into the game. Clean
sheet and a Dara O'Shea goal, maybe?
Hopefully, yeah. I'm still waiting for my first one at international level, so yeah, I'd love for that to happen.
Dara, lovely to talk to you and the best of luck.
Thanks, Tony.
That's really nice. Thank you. Enjoy that.